What if you realized your dream job was actually a nightmare? I always dreamed of working in a high powered corporate job. You know, the kind where you're wearing a suit every day, meeting with important people, and feeling like you're making an impact. After years of struggling in dead end jobs, I finally landed my dream job at a top tier company. I couldn't believe it. I was living the life I'd always imagined, but things didn't go exactly as I expected. At first, everything seemed perfect. The office was sleek, the people were friendly, and the work was challenging in a way that made me feel like I was growing. But then, slowly, I started noticing the cracks in the facade. The long hours became endless. What was once a 9 to 5 job stretched to 12-hour days, sometimes even more. The pressure was overwhelming, and the constant demands were suffocating. I thought it was just part of the job. After all, I had been told it was normal in high stress environments, but it didn't stop. I found myself skipping meals just to meet deadlines, missing out on weekends with friends, and constantly being on call. The worst part? No one seemed to care. It was expected. If you didn't work hard enough, you were out. The more I worked, the more I realized I wasn't working for the passion anymore. I was working out of fear. Fear that if I didn't stay late, if I didn't give 110%, I'd be the next one shown the door. And that fear began eating at me. I started to dread Monday mornings, not because of the workload, but because I couldn't shake the feeling that I was losing myself. My health was suffering, my relationships were falling apart, and I was too exhausted to enjoy anything outside of work. I tried talking to my manager about the stress, but he just shrugged it off. "You'll get used to it. This is what success looks like," he said. That moment hit me harder than I expected. The reality of my dream job wasn't glamorous. It wasn't what I thought it would be. I started questioning everything. Was it really worth it to sacrifice my happiness for a title? Was all the stress worth a paycheck and recognition? In the end, I realized something. My dream job had turned into a nightmare, and I was too deep in it to see it clearly until it was almost too late. I quit that job. It wasn't easy, and it wasn't a decision I made lightly. But I knew I needed to find balance again. I learned that sometimes chasing a dream can blind you to the reality of what's involved. And now, I'm looking for a job that respects my time, my well-being, and my happiness, because that's what matters more than any title or paycheck.